Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Coffee Conversation. I am Dark Riddler. Today we have a very, very special guest. She is a fashion specialist. She is a witch. She is the alien. She is the goddess. And she is
Oh,
personally one of my top five favorite content creators of all time. She
you
is
are so sweet.
She is the one, the only KiwaPlay. How you doing there?
Hello. I'm doing fantastic. Glad to be here, actually.
Why don't you tell the people about yourself?
So I'm Kiwa. I'm from Austria. You can probably tell by my super cool accent. And yeah, I started streaming on Twitch before it even was Twitch. So I actually always played with the idea of live streaming, but never really had like the ambition to do it like full time or anything. I always saw it as a hobby. In my real life professional field, I also work with TV and media and streaming. So yeah, it just is natural to me that I extend my interest from my workplace to my hobbies. So I do like live streaming, but I tend to get lost in what I want with this because obviously when you do a hobby, you want to improve. And what is improvement on Twitch as a streamer? I consider myself a high quality, like I have a good camera, I have a good setup, I have lots of interactive features that you could like do in my stream because I really like the idea of what live streaming is to interact with the stream and to build like the experience. But yeah, not doing this full time and doing it as a hobby, you tend to get lost in like the numbers. And for improving on Twitch, I consider like climbing numbers is like a thing that people have in front of them as like the carrot that drives them. Like they want to get partnered and what's the next step. But honestly, I don't really want to do like full time streaming. I just really see it as an extensive hobby that I like to do. And since I'm a very stylish and colorful person and really like to see my wardrobe and my appearance as art, um, I obviously am a Leo and I obviously want to showcase myself. So streaming is just like an extension of this. And so now I went on to do like a coffee art project where I do like sell colorful photos that are very inspirational. So you could like give me a quote and I would do like a photo shoot in what you demanded to see and make this art come to life. Um, and sometimes when the goals are reached, I do live streams on Twitch because people do love my live streams and I like to put a lot of work into it. I cannot do it weekly. I did back then for like 2 years and it was really, really crushing because I didn't have any time for my social life or because I had my full time job and my social life and my relationship and then my hobby it just didn't come all together. There are only 24 hours in a day. So I needed to cut it back. But now the style of content I do and the way I do it, I really feel at peace as seeing it as a hobby. The monetizing gain that I get from the coffee sales go directly into improving the stream and my streaming equipment. Since I do have a day job, I really don't depend on the money, and I really like to see it as a self-fulfilling hobby that pays itself. So
Yeah,
it's great.
I got to answer this question for you. Do you have like anything you could show today?
Today, wow, that's pretty on the spot. I mean, my friend that does like a lot of cool clothing.
Yeah.
She has her own like clothing brand, and she hand sews every like piece that you buy from her, and everything is made uniquely from her.
Okay, that's fair.
She's dropping a new collection on May 1st. I really don't want to be like the hey, I'm promoting something, but
Oh no!
I
Don't
got
do that! Don't do that! Please
I
don't.
got I got to model for her, and a picture dropped today on my Instagram, and maybe we could look at that if you'd like to. I can share that with you.
Yeah, another great question. You was in a music video.
Yes, I was in a music video. You did your research. Yes, I did.
No,
It
I
was from
mean,
my
the day you put it out, I found I knew about it. I mean, yeah.
a friend of mine did like a music video about like a girly sleepover type of situation, Avril Lavigne type of beat, and she asked me to also be in it, and it was really fun working together with the girls. And I just love this art collective that we are. Like my friend Caro initiated the whole group, and it was just so lovely to see all these beautiful people having so many cool creative ideas and projects they're working on, and why not help each other out with our knowledge and possibilities. And it's just an awesome experience. We're just like an art collective, you know. I'm afraid to say that sometimes, but actually if I do think about it, we are like an art collective. So everybody has like their own like art thing that they're doing, and then when we're combining it together, it's like all the Dragon Balls are combined, you know. It's just, or all the Chaos Emeralds are together. We're supersonic, you know.
I got a question from myself personally. Actually, I got several questions, so I'm going to ask you throughout
Okay.
the. Starting with the first one,
Shoot.
you call yourself KiwaPlay.
Yes.
I have a question regarding your name.
Why is that?
Okay,
Or what is your question?
on one hand, you promote people to eat food, but then
Okay.
by your name, you're also promoting people to play with their food. Why is this?
Playing? Why?
Because Kiwi play. It's like
No,
on
no,
one
no, no.
hand.
You're getting that. No, 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 no. You're getting it wrong. And that's actually a funny thing. No, my name is Kiwa Play, okay? So the thing was, so at first when I started streaming before Twitch was called Twitch, it was called Justin TV.
Mm-hmm.
I needed a username, and I never really had like a serious username on the internet. I had like a anime weeaboo, like whatever. All my friends had like a Japanese favorite anime character, and they called themselves like that. But that was not something serious, like not a screen name you use online and the internet. I'm from 1993, so for me, internet was I grew up with it, so I needed to come up with a username,
Yeah.
and I still stuck with the like Japanese sounding like thing, but I tried to make it up by my own, and it was Kiwaru. So initially it was Kiwaru, so, and then I was like, okay, now I'm streaming playing games. So it's Kiwaru Games. And then I was like, okay, it sounds like a video game producing studio. That's not what I am. I'm Kiwaru Play. Yeah, Kiwaru Plays. Okay. And then it was just like nobody was calling me Kiwaru, okay? That's just such a long name to say.
Yeah.
So people shortened it to Kiwa, and they said, "Oh, Kiwa over there," and then I was like, "That's actually nice. Let's call it Kiwa Plays, or Kiwa Play." Yeah, and because I dropped the S because I was like, Kiwa Play. That's it. Um, and then when I started to stream on Twitch, I was rating people, and when they glanced over my name, they do the mistake that you just did. They read Kiwi Play, and they
That
read like
yeah.
Kiwi. Oh, you're from New Zealand, and I'm like, no, why? And oh, because you call yourself Kiwi Play, and I'm like, no, it's KiwaPlay. And I was so tired of correcting the people because it's also such a shitty thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
You're rating someone, they're like, hey, KiwaPlay, thanks for the raid. I'm like, actually, it's KiwaPlay. So I started to use it as a brand. I am still called KiwaPlay, okay? Read my screen name. It is KiwaPlay. It's not KiwiPlay, okay? But I started to use emotes depicting kiwis
Yeah.
because I was like, okay, you know what? Everybody is mistaking me as Kiwi and calling me Kiwi. Might as well just have all the Kiwi emotes to like play along with it and have it like as an inside joke. But therefore, people manifest more and more that my name is actually Kiwi Play, and I wouldn't I would lie if I'm telling you I didn't think about maybe changing it to Kiwi Play, but I'm just so attached to my name. It's just I
Mm.
cannot get rid of it.
I
So the running gag is I'm Kiwi Play, but
I like the
and
origin.
actually kiwis aren't even my favorite fruit. I'm gonna spill the tea on that one as well. I actually like strawberries way more. They fuck way more. They the best. Kiwis kind of stink, okay? They're good. I like them. But actually, like, strawberries are where it's at.
Also, another thing, you hate water.
I do hate water. You did your research really well. I
Why?
do hate water. It's really crazy, actually. It's so crazy. You're asking me just the right things that I've never told anybody. And now I feel like telling the story just sounds fake, but it is true. I drowned nearly 3 times when I was little, when I was a child. 2 times in the salty seawater, and 1 time in like a swimming pool because my uncle was throwing me in there and I was like having a panic attack or something at 6 years old and
Mm-hmm.
nearly drowned. So I actually got reanimated 2 times, and I don't know. It's just like a psychotic thing in my head. When I drink water in like gulps from a glass, I absolutely get like the fear of dying, which is so surreal because water is life. You need to drink water. And as soon as it's flavored in any form, I can drink it easily because my brain totally lets it happen. But when I drink water, it smells and it tastes like, as a child I always said water tastes like death. But when I'm drinking it, I just really feel anxiety and I don't feel good, so I don't crave to drink water.
Mm-hmm.
I will chug 4 Red Bulls, but I will refuse to drink water. And it was really bothering me because now I'm 30 and everything is good and my vitals check out. But when you get older, you definitely think about those things. And I was like, shit, I really need to get a way to drink water. And then my best friend told me, hey, she also gets like anxiety when she drinks like big gulps of water from a glass. I should try like a Stanley cup, like a straw. I should just try to drink water out of a straw. So I got like a straw water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. It's like, so I don't know. It's like directed water intake, and my brain goes like, okay, that's fine. Like, that's okay. But as soon as it's from a glass, it's like a bigger like gulp. I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid to drink. I cannot control it. But yeah, if because I nearly drowned 3 times as a child, for some reason my brain thinks water is poison,
Wow.
and
That's
super fucked up. And it's true. This story sounds so made up when I'm telling it because I never told this story ever before, but it is so true.
okay. I got the next question for you. Alien magical kiwa.
Okay, yeah,
Where did
that's
that come
me.
from?
So I always was super hyped up with like science fiction stuff, because the reason I work with TV is because I was a huge like father's kid. So like my father loved movies and cinema and cinematography, and like we watched a lot of movies together when I was little, and he was just like a cinephile. He had like a bunch of like DVDs and stuff and always recorded things on VHS tapes back when I was little. So I really wanted to work with TV and that type of media. So he also loves Star Trek to death. He loves Star Trek. It's like the best show ever. And he used to have like a little collector binder and stuff. And he also likes Star Wars. So like a lot of science fiction stuff. And I remember when I was little, I watched the X-Files a lot when they were on TV, and I probably shouldn't have watched them. I was like 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, something like that. Um, but I always was super fascinated about outer space and like science fiction and the future. I really love to live. So like I'm a very like life loving person. So I want to go a long way to see how far we are coming or what we will get. And the thought of like other life existing out there, because we're such a little speck in the universe, is just so interesting to me. And I really do think somebody like there has to be other life outside of this. There has to be. So to actually would be able to live to that point, to see that interaction, that is actually like my life goal. other people want to build a house and have a family and children. I'm like, no, I want to live as long as I can to see that alien shit. Really need to see that because I always felt like an alien, always the outcast, always the weird one, always the look at me. Always the I really love what I am.
Oh
Okay,
no,
I
oh
really
no, we
love the
gonna get
way
on
I
that.
look and stuff. Thank you. I really love the way I look. But other people see me on the streets and go, ugh. Or go like, oh my god, is Halloween already? Or like, just stupid words. And I always got bullied. Obviously, look at me. Obviously I got bullied. So I never was like popular or anything. I always was bullied so hard of existence. And I think I had so much creativity to show and share and nobody cared for it. And now I'm like, I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. I'm just doing my shit. And if you're here to watch, cool. And if not, then move on. But I really don't get people that stick around to hate.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman online, that's just a mind I cannot. I cannot wrap my mind around it. I do have people obviously to really want to share their opinion and write nasty comments on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever. Um, and it's just I don't get it. Life is so precious and kind of short if you think of it. Why even take that time out of your day to write something nasty to some just because you disagree, just because they look different, just because you don't agree with the way they style themselves or present themselves? Like just scroll, just go, just move on. It's not that deep. Like I don't really understand it. So I am good with criticism, but I do not understand that blatant hate because I do know I'm not for everybody, and I obviously don't want to be.
Yeah.
But the people who get it, and that's my whole like tagline. I'm like, if you get it, you're getting it, and if not, then I don't need you here. So
I,
this is my safe space, the way I express myself. So yeah, I do feel like an alien. To get back to your questions, to circle around, my ADHD is kicking in.
no,
but
you're fine.
but to yeah, I always felt like an alien. I always was interested in science fiction and alien stuff and space and other worldly like spiritual realms. So I'm like aliens are just an extension to that. So
I want to point something out, y'all. Y'all see her hair? I want to make
you like what you see?
I want to
It's
make a
long.
note that Kiwa is the reason why I had dreads like that at one point.
They are amazing. I really like
Yeah.
them. They're fluorescent. They glow in the dark. It's I just that's also something like I just really love magic and like spiritual things and alien and science fiction and things that are magic. And UV light, black light, glow in the dark, fluorescent stuff,
Yeah.
that's just for me that's real day magic. Like you can really see really cool effects with that. And just as you can tell, I really love colorful lightning. So I really like how that is like a cool way to express themselves and bounce off of reflections and stuff. And it's just so interesting to see. I
I,
like that.
to be honest, I need to buy some more. I just got to buy some shorter ones. The ones I had, I
Mm,
can honestly admit were too
too long.
long for
Yeah, I totally
my
get it.
job and everything else. It's just like I should have told them. I think I had 14. I need to drop down to probably about 12.
Oh yeah.
But I plan
No,
to
I
get some
I
more.
I actually wanted the really long ones because I never really had long hair. I always get them to this point, and I also have curly hair. So like even if I gain length, it's so tiring because they need to wrap around so long to
Yeah.
get like to a point that is sustainable. I never really wanted to get extensions to that point. And since I am a rave girly and I come from rave culture, um, I always loved the idea of like festival hair and braiding that in. And that is a controversial topic. I don't know if you want to get into it.
That's fine.
Um,
Kiwa.
but obviously, as someone who tries to be as loving and as much of an ally in any possible sense to not limit life so people can be free and do and live and express themselves the way they are. I obviously understood and was in the conflict with myself to wear dreadlocks as like an accessory to braid in and treat and then braid out and do the whole process again instead of like committing because I cannot get to this point. And I was thinking about all the cultural aspects of it, but I do have to say I never really got any bad comments from doing that. The opposite. I actually got like a lot of like compliments from people of color that told me, "Oh my god, your hair looks so amazing. Can I ask you how did you get it like this and da da da." And I really just love this aspect of like sharing and understanding from where the history comes from. I'm not a fan of like cultural appropriation and stuff, and that is a sensitive topic. So I really thought about this thing and really put my mind through it to allow myself to be okay with it. And I actually really like to have the conversation with other people about this because the most people that do put criticism on me for wearing dreadlocks are white people, and that is just like a weird thing, and maybe it's just exclusive to me, this experience, but only get love from people of color for my hair and celebrating it together. And other white people that don't know me or what I'm about or my friends or my life, they are really critical about it. And I feel weirded out by this topic because I do feel like it's a very interesting and important conversation to have. But I personally didn't have the experience that I needed to be criticized for it. So
Yeah. No, and I totally understand what you're saying, but there's nothing wrong with you being yourself.
yeah,
You're not harming nobody.
yeah.
You're just being yourself. That's
I
all it
even
is.
I even support it. Like I just feel like we should share things, and from excluding things and people, there never came any good of it, except like obviously like bad people who need to be put in jail, but that are dangerous. But other than that, like I'm all for opening up and sharing culture things and expressing yourself. I'm a hippie at heart, it seems. I just look very goth, but actually I'm very like open and loving, and I just want to,
So
I don't know, live at peace.
would you consider yourself a raver or a goth or both?
Whew, and there we are again with the like magical alien queen. Like I see my I never was good with putting myself into
A
like
box.
labels.
Yeah.
Like I my interests are so vast. The music I listen to is also so vast. I actually listen to a lot of hip hop. So like that's something people don't really like would think when they look at me. They feel like, oh, she's just listening to Typo Negative and whatever goth industrial shit is in right now. But actually, also my clothing interest is very vast. I'm not that much interested in dressing normally. Obviously, I always have like a darker tone to it, so I do live in like the goth punk kind of thing.
Yeah.
um but I also love to dress like rave and really like, I don't know, like magical. Or I also love to wear Lolita chic with like corsets and bloomers and ruffles and like the doll face. I also like that. So I don't know. I'm not good in putting myself into labels. So on the outside, I would guess it's always goth because it always has like a darker tone to it when I do something. So when I do Lolita, I never do like full on pink. I always do like gothic Lolita. So like it always stays in this like dark genre realm. But yeah, I'm not good with labels. I'm just the alien.
Eh,
I'm just the everything.
to be fair, you actually forgot one. You're a witch.
Boy. Yeah, I am a witch, so I also do love to dress super like medievalish or like a witch. Also have like several witch hats that I like to wear unironically, and then people outside go, "Oh my god, it's Halloween already? It's just June." And I'm like, "I'm always wearing that one, asshole." Oh.
But how long have you been practicing being a witch?
So ever since I was little, I actually was really, really interested in witchcraft, and I know everybody says that, but it's just the way it is. You start to like feel have like a connection with this. So I love childhood shows that around involved around witches. I also had like me and my sister. We were allowed because my parents were smokers. They usually when they uh, picked up a pack of smokes for themselves, they allowed me and my sister to also get a little something for ourselves. And we always looked at the magazines, and my sister got like an anime magazine, and I got a magazine that is called Witch. And if you know, you know, but it's like W.IW. It's if you know it, you know it. It's a really cool comic that I collected, and it always came with like a little bonus, kind of like a necklace or like like the little extras with the little childhood comics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was my start into like what does it even mean? Like, what is witch or what is a witch? And then I remember there was like a big library sale, and I begged my mother to buy me this book that said 7 days to become a real witch. I was like, yes, I want this, mom, please. I need this book. And I consumed this book and I read so many things. And it talked about like the moon phases and like dressing accordingly to the days because the days represent like deities and different like zodiac signs and different attributes. So on Mondays, because it's the day of the moon, you should wear like white and black and just neutral things, not colorful things. On Sunday, because it's the day of the sun, you should wear like gold things and yellow stuff and contributing to that. And then like candle magic, different colors of candles with your intentions. Doesn't really matter what type of things you use. It always is in your mind and manifestation and working on things. And it always was interesting to me. But through growing up, this part of me became like in a box. I put it in a box and then it moved more to the side as it sometimes is in life. And then later, when I had like a deep depression phase, I remember and I really hate to do the sponsoring thing again, but I remember I was scrolling through Instagram and I got an ad for a witchcraft loot box that comes to your door every month with like witchy accessories and refining your witch journey, your spiritual awakening, as everybody in 2019 liked to say it. Um, and yeah, I was just intrigued. I was like, oh, that's nice. And they send you tea and they send you incense sticks and they send you little rituals to do on your own and like little trinkets. And I was like, wow, that's I'm a material girl. That's cool. I want that. So I started ordering it and becoming more and more in touch with like my spirituality and reading tarot cards and finding my spot in my belief system because it is kind of like a religion. I am an atheist, so I never really believed in like I do believe in like a bigger thing, always have been. But I also saw like because my dad is Muslim or was Muslim, and my mom was Austrian, so not really Christian, but kind of yeah. So it was just like a mixed religion thing, and I was like, you do believe in the same thing, but you call it differently, and you have like different like rule sets about everything. So like, I don't know. I feel like there is something up there, and nobody quite is sure what this is, and I don't really feel like labeling it. As I said, I'm not a labeling girly. I really don't like to label
Yeah.
things. So I was like, okay, I guess there's something like God out there or some bigger cause that created us. But I never really had like a spiritual like connection to it as other people do. And again, I'm all for do what you want. Like I'm not an atheist. This is like, no, it's wrong. There is no God. Like, no, no, don't get me wrong. I do believe something is there, and at the end we will have this big aha, I knew it kind of thing going on. If anything there is afterlife. But for me, my witchcraft was my spirituality. Like I found a belief system that I totally fit into. Like we're all just energy residue that continues in the stream of life, and we get reborn and reconnected and in different forms, in different types, in different times, in just so many different ways. And it really checks out with the spiritual belief of what magic and energy and spirituality really is. So that's cool for me. And that's how I feel I'm a witch. So I'm actually practicing since 2019. That's when my real journey started, but the affinity was always there.
Okay. Your
Yeah.
fashion.
Yes, as you can tell, I'm a very passionate person. Again, I am a Leo. I love to represent. I love to like roar, and
Where
I'm prideful.
does your fashion ideas come from?
All up there. They're all up there. No, they're all inspiration of life. Actually, like things that I love, things that I like, things that I grow up with. They're obviously like it's very heavily leaning into like goth, punk, um, and in the visual K fashion. That's like the J rock genre. Like in Japan, there are a bunch of like different subcultures and genres of like dressing and upcycling and the whole movement things. So I don't know. I always was drawn to that like anime cartoon type of like representation of like being iconic, having a signature look actually. Like people see me and they know it's me. Like I have this like everybody on my block knows me. Everybody when I go to work, everybody knows who I am. But if I look at other people who dress for my eyes very boring or normally,
Mm-hmm.
I will never ever recognize them ever again if I see them ever again. Because they're for me, they're just like another like brown haired, green coat wearing person on their way to their life and their journey. And again, that's fair. They can do that, but I just don't really like I don't recognize that. I don't know. I really like that like anime like yay, colorful hair. That's me. You're the one with the turquoise hair. You're the one with the red hair. I
So,
just really like that like expression of thyself.
do let me ask this: would you say you like standing out without trying to stand out?
Yeah. That's hard saying that looking like that with not trying hard. I'm actually trying really hard. Um but just because it's my passion, I don't know. I don't really criticize people like they criticize me
Yeah.
because I was bullied in school and everything. So there were a lot of people that asked me, like, my parents told me, hey, your life would be easier if you just, like, don't dress like this. Like, maybe you could just. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I don't understand. Why do I have to minimize my life and the way I want to express myself and the way I want to present myself in society for anyone that just does like hates the color green or doesn't agree with me coloring my hair or having a piercing or wearing fishnet tights? Like, what is your problem? You don't need to dress like me, you don't need to approve of me, you don't need to like say anything to me. Just walk on with your life, do your shit, and we're good. But other people criticize me for the way I dress and do, and people feel like you're provoking them. Like I am not. I'm just dressing the way I dress because I love it. Like everything I have is neon green. What can I do?
But
Just what I like.
here's the thing, and like you just said it, they'll judge you and
Yeah.
how you dress and everything else,
Yeah.
but we're okaying other behavior in things that are worse.
Yeah. Like I don't know. So there was a crazy thing where I actually had the opportunity to, back in the days, have a meeting with the vice. Wow, with the, I need to actually Google that. I don't know. Mayor? Oh yeah, vice mayor. Is that a thing? A mayor? You know
Eh,
what a mayor is?
I know what a mayor is. A mayor is a thing, yeah.
Okay. And a vice mayor is like the not direct mayor, but like the vice president. Doesn't matter. I had a meeting with that person, so mildly important, because they asked like people that stopped going to school and start working in jobs to like represent themselves for a PR campaign or whatever not. And I remember when I met her, I talked to her just the way I talk to you right now, and she was like, "Wow, I wasn't I didn't think the way you look you would be this eloquent." And I'm like, "What? Why?" Because I'm a colorful haired, like corset wearing, like fishnet tight wearing person. I'm not eloquent. I'm like a drug addict, or like, I don't know. What do you think when you see me? That was the first time I recognized, like, wow, people actually degrade me the way I look and present myself. That's just weird.
And they had
Oh
it never said two words to you.
no! And like, I was like, hey, hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm coming from this and this and that and that. I stopped going to school because of this and this reason, because I got bullied, blah, 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 blah. I started working my job. Now I'm super happy and excited. And actually, a lot of like social campaigns helped me to get to this point. Thank you. And then she was like, wow, you're really eloquent. And I'm like, did you think I'm coming here? I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, just because I present myself like that, I'm dumb, or like, I don't know.
That
It's
you really be amazed. So
yeah,
let me ask you this. So would you say that you went from riding a broomstick to upgrading to a spaceship and just gonna go off to space?
yeah, yeah. I would do that probably. Yes, I would do that. I'm like, I'm like, cool. Here, aliens. Here are my tarot cards, and they're like, cool. I'll show you Shockwave. Blah, 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 blah. And they show me like a much cooler way of communicating with the universe. Take that.
Why?
That's a possibility. No, but that's a possibility.
Because I just find it amazing just because also people will think just because you're a witch, you're bad.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's also some, yeah, yeah, that's also, it's always like black magic. It's always like, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not messing. I just explained for half an hour how much I love humanity and other people and acceptance. I'm not going around cursing anybody. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm all for like, it's so stupid to call it white magic and black magic, because actually that's like a colonial thing, but let's
Yeah.
not get into that right now. But it's like light magic. It's I only do manifestation for myself, or prosperous things, cleansing things. I do cleanse like my room and my aura, and like enchantments for me to be lucky, or to have like good things in my life. I'm not messing with any other people's shit. You can go do your shit. Like, I don't really care about doing anything for other people in that sense. Like, and especially not negative things. I could do things to my fucking ex that I hate. Like, I could hex him or anything, but I'm not interested in that. Like, it's not. Move on. Do your stuff. I'm free. I don't need to do any like, I'm way too busy living my perfect life with I'm not caught up in like negativity, calling anybody bad names, or writing anything bad things, or doing bad like spells, or hexing people or anything. That's also just bad karma. You don't really want that around you. So
Yeah, that's yeah. I can actually believe that.
But obviously, people came into my stream and were like, "Oh, you're a witch. You eat what? What am I eating? You eat bats." Like what? Ozzy Osbourne nicked like a bat on stage one time, and now everybody thinks witches eat babies and eat bats, and
Are you
it's weird.
are you serious? People really
They
do
do.
that?
I had like big pentagram hoop earrings, and somebody came in and was like, "Are you Satanist?" I'm like, "No, I'm an atheist. Get the fuck out. It's just as bad. You eat babies. I'm sure." Like, and banned. What the fuck are you on about? Yes, obviously I eat babies. I'm vegan actually. What the fuck? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I sit there and say, like, even just you as a woman, y'all get some of the most weirdest goddamn people to say
You
the.
have no. I don't know if you know, but I don't. I hope you don't know. I hope you will never know. I hope nobody will ever have that experience to be a woman online that likes to represent herself like this. Like people go like, "Oh, she asked for it. She shows her cleavage." Blah blah blah. No, this is an art form to me. This is like I'm not showing my. I don't know. I'm not showing my sexy silhouettes to attract anybody to cheat on my perfect boyfriend. Like, no, I do it for the girlies. I do it for the gays. I do it for the days and thems. Like, I love to style myself like a Barbie doll and take cool photos or cool videos. I love to dance. I love to express myself. And obviously I get degraded on the internet for the way I represent. I know that, but we're back on point 1 where people told me, "Hey, your life would be easier if you just stop dressing that way." And I'm like, "No, that's not what I want to do with my life." So like I cannot stop people from doing things with my content, what they're doing. I can wear like a turtleneck and people would still sexualize me. It doesn't matter. So like I'm just doing what I think is cool, and all my friends and myself included celebrate it. And I hang around with like-minded people, so I actually don't have a problem with like people not accepting the way I dress or present myself online. Like I only have people that love what I do, and that's I wish that to everybody.
Me personally, and I'll say this to you myself, I'm actually
Say,
glad that to me you've come a long way. Me personally.
"Aww,
So
this sweet."
once you decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put X place that I don't like to talk about because I'm not there
Yeah,
on the back burner, and then you
yeah,
decided to go and make your own Kofi,
yeah, exactly.
and which, by the way, is in the description in this channel. Do do check out and just say fuck it. I'm gonna express myself, my fashion, what I do, and everything else. I seeing that you were like a lot more happier. You
Yes, I am. I
had
am so happy. I never thought I would be this happy ever again. I really was at the bottom. I really was at the end of the line after COVID and with my ex and everything. I really was like, I don't know. I live a simple life on a farm. I don't give a shit. I just stopped existing or whatever. But then I was like, no, I'm doing this. I'm making myself proud. I become that person that I always wanted to be, and I am authentically myself.
yeah.
And
It
that's
it is that and
thank
that's
you for
why
acknowledging that.
and it actually sent me when people were sitting there saying that you were selling out. I'm like, bitch, learn the definition first. Then we'll talk about who's selling out.
Yeah.
like
I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, then don't pay. The only reason I put a paywall on this is to keep dumb people out. It's literally my only reasoning. I would like not do that, but then like everybody gets on there for free. People who don't get it, people who don't see my things as art, or say like, oh, it's a glorified Instagram. No, it's not. The things I do on there, they are worth the money. I have been inactive for the past month, and I do have to say that. That's a huge disclaimer for my shit. I do have a full-time job. So sometimes when life hits me and work hits me, obviously my hobby is going to be shrunken down. And I cannot give a refund out of that. I was thinking about that a lot of times as well, but if people would just hit me up or cancel the subscription, that's totally fine by me. Totally understand that. Again, I'm not doing it for the money. Really not. The money thing is the only like pay gap I needed to put in there to not deal with dumb people anymore. And it works. It's so nice. I can tell you I have 20 supporters, and that's more than enough for me. That's super fine for me. Like I don't need 100. I don't need OnlyFans money. I don't need to be rich from this now and make this full time. I really don't. I do my stuff. If you want to see it, you pay. There are free things as well. I do free blogs, and sometimes I put free photo sets on there. They're obviously milder in quality and not as sophisticated as if you would pay for a subscription or for a one-time post or buy a commission from me. Um, but yeah, it's my hobby. Like again, if you don't like it, scroll. You don't need to be here. Like I'm not. I was in the department of growing numbers on Twitch, becoming partner or whatever, but that's not what I want to do. That's like the grind, That's like the game you get into. But that's not what I want to do. I want to do fun things and art things and things that make me happy and things that I can show and be proud and say like, hey, look, my new outfit that I flung together and came up. And I'm actually friends because of that with a lot of artists. So also a lot of people that follow me on Coffee are artists as well. And they asked me to take my outfits as inspiration or like a pose from a photo that I did or to use my facial expression or the makeup idea or the hair idea
Yeah.
that I came up with. So like I do see myself as like an inspirational muse of the 21st century. And I do like to surround myself with artists and people that are like minded, like myself, like to do cool, creative stuff and express themselves in all their colorful ways. And everybody who doesn't need that, that's fine. I don't need you as well. If you get it, you get it. And you're not, then move on.
And that's and see that's why I could say like I like you because it's like you do what you do
Shaking my thing. I'm just
and
doing my shit.
that's it. Like everything
Yeah.
she's speaking right now is the truth. I mean, I personally would know because I actually do subscribe to her. But
You're amazing. Thank you.
and it's like you can tell, like she said, like it's a passion.
Yeah.
You
I
see the
burn for the
effort
things.
she puts into it.
Yeah.
Like I even told her one day she's gonna have to do my hair. I don't care. I'm at hell sleek hot water somehow.
That would be so cool. I would love to do that.
Like I got my her hair literally is like I
Mm-hmm.
had my hair like that. That like dead serious. Like
It's so
Kiwa's
cool.
legit the real one. She's fucking funny as hell and everything else. Like dead serious. And I sit there and I say this because I've never told you this. I've said this about one other person, which is Nico Mimikira. Y'all not doing this like, hey, here's my fashion, here's who I am, subscribe to my OnlyFans, all of that.
Yeah.
Y'all just
No.
doing it because
Yeah.
it's a part of y'all. It's who y'all is.
Exactly.
It's y'all
Exactly. It's an
lifestyle.
extension of mine. I do have to say about that. I'm all for sex workers, so I do also know a bunch of like hot women on OnlyFans, and I love them. I also know hot men on OnlyFans, by the way. Okay, there are hot men on OnlyFans as well. Um, but I totally get what you mean, and I feel like people who do it, they have their right to it because it is also an extension of them. But I get what you're saying. It's like an easy cash out. And it would be super easy for me because if I would want, like, obviously, like, let's not talk about this, okay? Obviously, I could just do like a nude photo shooting and put that on OnlyFans and whatever not. And
I mean,
I know off the top of my head, I know 30 people who would instantly buy like a photo set of it. Um, but it's just not what I do. It's like more of a loot type of thing in the middle of it.
mm-hmm.
So I don't see myself on OnlyFans. I was thinking which platform to choose from, and I OnlyFans wasn't really an option for me because I don't plan on doing 18 plus things like nude photo shoots or something very closely along the line. But for me, it's like Patreon or Coffee, and Coffee is more like an artist page where you commission people to also draw things for you,
Yeah.
or like also like do like artsy things. So I did like a print of my ass. I saw that on TikTok and thought it was a crazy cool idea. To make a print in color from my ass on like a canvas, and I used UV paint because it does glow in the dark, and it looks like an alien cool thing. And I did free canvas prints of that, and I sold them through my Coffee page. And yes, they sold. So yeah, I do go through the like thin line of like lewd 18 plus things, but for me nudity or like sexual things are also type of like an art and expression. So I don't condemn sex work. I just don't see myself in this sector
Oh
or
no,
just
I
yet.
don't condemn it or anything like
No,
that.
I know that you don't. I know that you don't.
It's just, how can I say this?
It would be
There,
easy,
there's
and
no,
therefore
there's
it's
no,
not authentic.
there's yeah, and there's no creativity.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. It's just like here are my tits.
you're
Boom.
exact,
I know
exactly that.
people on OnlyFans that hustle. Like they put like a whole like deep thinking into like I do, like photo shoots, setting them up, having a theme, having like photo sets themed
Hmm.
to like a thing, and then planning them out, and constructing the outfit and working on the makeup look. And there's a lot of production in there.
Yeah,
But also there are a lot of like, here's my pussy. Like there's a lot of like easy things. And again, I'm not condemning that. I just think you could express yourself more creative and more innovative and
thank you.
more,
That's all I want
and
somebody
that's
admits.
not, and that's not a bad thing. Like if you're innovative and if you want to stand out and find like a niche and find who you are in your sexuality and in representing that to the public or to like the internet, um explore yourself, and then find things that are your shtick. But like the easy thing with the lingerie, and I don't really get that either. But they're also widely successful, so
It,
also
it,
it's fine. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like you could do more. There's so much more.
exactly that,
Mm.
and that's what I've been trying to get through people's heads. It's like I have no room to talk. Like first of all, so why would I say anything
You
bad on
do.
it? But at the same time, it's like I want to see creativity. That's
Yes, like put your spin on it. There's so much to explore and to represent and to play around with. Like,
yeah, it, yeah. That's why when I see you, it's just like okay, it's like okay, you're a witch, you're an alien,
yes, and both works.
and you make it work.
I love that. Not everybody could do
Yeah,
that. I
I was
can.
I was actually just about to say that very thing. nobody else could probably pull it off.
I mean, I saw some very like-minded people, and I love to connect with them through that. Like, Sarah Obscura, good friend of mine. She she's also a witch and also has like a vapor wave type of like galaxy aesthetic. And there are a lot of similarities, and I do consider her my soul sister. But then we're still so different to each other, and we could learn so much from each other, and I just really like to connect with people like that. Recently I've been to a rave and I had my alien earrings, and then another girlie came around. She was like, oh my god, alien, and she had like a little blow up alien, and I'm like, and then I had like the best time with her, and I still don't know what's her name or whatever. But we had such a fun time just because connecting through the one thing that we like. It's just cool. I love that.
Oh my god, that's fucking bloody awesome.
Yes.
So it's actually good to know that there is a crowd for people such as yourself who live the
Yeah.
life the way you do.
I didn't think they are here. I thought I had to move somewhere else to find my people, but they are here and they're ready to stay. Now life is so colorful and beautiful. It's
Okay,
great.
and believe it or not, Kiwa is a gamer too, y'all.
Yeah, I am. Do love games. I grew up with them. Actually, I have another family story. My dad actually invented Let's Plays. You guys don't need to like fight me on this because I know it's true. My dad, so he's a hardworking man and he works as a taxi driver relentlessly day and night to make things end and to make things neat and to also for us children to have like a great Christmas time. So he's also a gamer, but like doesn't really have the time to game or anything. So it was an unwritten rule to Christmas time. My dad would invest into a new gaming console. He gets free rides for 1 week because he has after Christmas 1 week vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He plays all the games on those consoles, and then it's ours, and then it's ours to keep. But for this 1 week, we just need to watch him play the games, and that was fine. We were little. That's fine. I remember my father playing Mario 64, and he was doctoring with it, hooking it up to a VHS recorder, and recorded himself playing Mario 64. And when my mother asked him why he's doing that, he's like, "Oh, to watch it back when I'm old." Trust me, those videos they don't exist anymore. But I remember he took them. He recorded like his whole playthrough on that, and then yeah, later on he played like a lot of like Tomb Raider. And us children, we wanted quality time with our dad, so we were like, "Dad, let's play together." And my mother was like, "You have guns in this game. It's not good for the children." And so my dad always bought the walkthrough guide, the printed walkthrough guide to it, so we children could help him if he needed the help, and we kept track of where he is and looking at the pictures and reading the text. And every time when blood came onto the screen, it was like, "Oh, that's just jam. That's just strawberry jam." Like,
That's
and so we
funny.
had quality time with our dad, but he was able to play video games. That was awesome. But yeah, I grew up on gaming, and I love to play games.
What do you like to play?
I love to. It's a wide range actually, but I really like puzzle games. Really like to put my mind to things and figure things out. Very logical kind of person. Even though I'm very spiritual and believe in aliens and stuff, I'm actually a very logical person and rational. So I love Sherlock Holmes. That's just when I was growing up, I loved to read Sherlock Holmes books and also love to watch the anime Detective Conan. It's just I really really like detective work and mysteries and so I like puzzle games and to figure things out. I'm not huge on first person shooters. I never really played a lot of like online games like CS:GO or Call of Duty or whatever is there out there. But I like adventure games, games that bring me to a story that are artsy, artful, that share like emotions. I love like Metroidvanias as well. They also are a great story building tool. But probably my favorite genre is point and click adventures because they are the most like, here's a story. I invite you to this world to understand a new concept of what I'm about to show you. So like point and click adventures for me are like puzzling and storytelling and just a perfect type of game to play for me.
You're a KDA fan.
I am a KDA fan. I never played League of Legends ever. Like I played 5 rounds or something because my people on the stream, they really like bullied me into play it, and then they played all the tricks on me with like press E, and then I use the ability or something, or my sprint or whatever not, or like, oh, if you press this, it's dancing, and then I actually throw away like my ability or something, and they're like, ha ha ha, and made fun of me, and I'm like, okay, I never play League of Legends ever again. Fuck you guys. Um, but then during COVID, the TFT thing from Riot,
Team fight tactics.
yeah, exactly. They had like Sailor Star Fighters or what? It was like a whole like skin set of Sailor Moon characters, but it's all like League of Legends characters as I understand it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's so pretty. And since we cannot go outside and do anything else, and I lost my job, I don't have work anyways. I just played TFT religiously. So never played League of Legends, but played a lot of TFT and really loved that Sailor Scout like set. I
The
don't know.
Star
Was that season?
Guardian.
Yeah, was that season 3 or 4? I don't know. But that's when I started playing it. And then the other seasons, I didn't really give a shit because they didn't really like have my attention or anything. But now they had those like pop stars things and also KDA, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going back in. I'll just come back just for KDA.
That's the fun fact. That's the only reason why I even reinstalled League of Legends was
Right?
because of KDA.
It is. Like I love K-pop. 21 for life, best band ever. We love CL. But yeah, KDA was just like, how can you not love that? Oh my god, it's amazing.
The, the work they do with that, and then the mashups people come
And
up with.
Riot knows how to tell a story. Again, didn't play League of Legends, but watched the Jinx show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Love that. Like they know how to do their cinematics and animations, and they're very similar to Blizzard in that sense because Blizzard also knows how to present things and make things pretty. What used to know how
Nah,
to present things and make
I'm
things
glad you
pretty.
acknowledged that. I'm glad you acknowledged that.
Yeah, no. I played a lot. Even though I'm not huge on first person shooters, I played a lot of Overwatch back when it came out. Really loved Overwatch because it had this like weird ability stuff and the colorful skins, and all of it was just so intriguing to me. But obviously, ever since Jeff left and all the things about Blizzard, oh no.
Yeah.
And then like the Diablo stuff, and then Overwatch 2, and then like, oh, there's no PvE anymore, and then like, yeah, it's no,
That
we're not playing Blizzard games anymore.
and that's really what it came to. I think the last time I actually played a Blizzard game was probably 2 months ago, and I think it's no. I installed Heroes of the Storm,
Mm.
and that's like
Heroes
it's
of the
like
Storm I also
League.
played for a little bit. Yeah.
It's like
No, I
League,
know.
but
Yeah.
like
A little
I
softer.
it would be if they actually stuck to actually like caring about the game, it would be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
They just stopped caring about it.
I also really liked Heroes of the Storm, but yeah, like you said, it just lacks. I
Yeah,
think now Hearthstone has like a new thing, new mode or something. People play that or something. Hearthstone I also played a little bit.
I've never played Hearthstone. That's the crazy thing.
Oh,
But I play
did you
Yu-Gi-Oh.
play Gwen?
Yeah, I
Oh,
played Gwent.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! like best anime show ever. And then back in the days, I was bullied hard in school, but Yu-Gi-Oh was the only thing where suddenly I had friends. They're like, okay, let's battle in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, okay. And obviously, I was a huge May Valentine fan, so I had a Harpy deck. Obviously, that was my shit. Harpies are my shit.
Oh, they got new Harpy cards.
Yeah, I'm sadly I'm not too up to date with the newer things. Unfortunately, that was a part that got lost in my journey of growing up. But I still really love Yu-Gi-Oh. Sometimes I get back into it and read up on it and understand things. But most of the time, I'm just like a casual side watcher.
Yeah, no, and that's fine because I played that. I played Gwent. That act
I see. Yeah,
that actually ended up being an actual game. Uh,
yeah, that's true.
and I played Magic once in a while. I ain't played in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
The last thing I literally played was Yu-Gi-Oh. Dead serious.
nice.
Like I have all the tournament cards. Matter of fact, I'm saying that like you know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I think I'm
No,
a
I
bit.
know the classics. I know the classic cards, So other than that, I'm pretty lost probably. But
No, that's perfectly fine.
yeah.
I need to ask a favor. When you gonna give the Bayonetta cosplay?
Whoa, that would be so dope actually to do. But getting all of that together would be insane. But yeah, I actually really always wanted to either cosplay Bayonetta or like a character from the game. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would love that. We should work on that. That could be a next project actually. Maybe you inspired me today.
yeah. It's in there. I just want one of you witches to do it that I know can do it, and
Yeah.
I would be a happy person.
I love Bayonetta. I have all the special editions, played all the games, love Bayonetta.
Oh, you played the third one
Great
too?
story. Yeah. I didn't play the Cereza thing that they uploaded, which was actually a mini game in Bayonetta 3, but yeah, I played all the Bayonettas. Through and through.
See, I'll never get to play the third one because I don't have a Switch.
Oh, that's sad.
I
Third
mean,
one is
I,
not that bad. I actually really liked it. I think it was critically acclaimed because the original Bayonetta voice actor also wasn't invited to that. And to that, I say, boo hoo. That's really shitty. Like, she did such a great job. And that just sucks. I think it was because of too less of a payment. It's
yes.
just really iffy. And the guy who makes Bayonetta, whoo, he's notoriously known for absolutely blocking everybody on Twitter because he's just a very interesting character to be. So I guess if you piss him off, and I guess maybe she asked for too much money or whatever, not because she claims she only got offered 19 cents per line, which is absolutely low.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
low.
I'm throwing numbers out. I'm not too sure. It has
Nah,
been a long time. But I
it's low.
remember something with the voice actor was there, and I do agree that's kind of shitty, but also sucks. But the game still fucks. Like the game is still awesome. And the other voice actor who's doing her voice, she really put her heart into it. So, and I think the Japanese voice actor is actually the same one. So if you always play Bayonetta in Japanese, you're going to be fine. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
you need a Switch, man.
everybody tells me that. My thing is just like
I mean,
it,
now the Switch 2 or something is going to be announced or something, right? I saw
it's just
leaked
if I buy
news.
it, it's just gonna be here. That's the thing. Like
You're
like
not gonna play it? You don't have time to play?
it, I'm literally when I'm home, I'm literally always on my computer.
Yeah,
Like
but you could. I have my Switch hooked up to my PC monitor actually because of streaming. I throw it through my computer and then I actually project it on OBS so I can still sit in Discord and play games while being on console.
I don't know why I ain't never thought of doing that. I'm gonna be honest.
So you could still be on Discord and play games on your console, but stick on your PC.
It, and
Pro
it
tip.
and it's like I have such a big like backlog of stuff I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know how many,
I hear you.
like, you
I
know how
also
many
have a
games I
cute.
play, so it's just
Yeah.
like my daughter has one. My daughter has a Switch. I'm not,
Oh yeah.
I don't hide that she loves
Yeah, yeah.
Mario, especially the new one, because
For sure.
you can turn into a cat and everything else. She loves that.
Yeah. That's so cute. I played that on the Wii U. That's so fun.
Oh my god, she just dies over that. So I just give her all the Mario games. Uh,
I love that. You're a good dad.
that baby does circles around me. I mean, I'm gonna get a I actually just won a Nikkei it, I can't pronounce it. Extelic stand from them.
Hmm.
Depending on who the character is, I might just give that to her and just put it in the room for her. Like I wasn't expecting to win the damn thing. I just put in for it. But
Yeah.
depending on who the character is in the stand, how it looks and everything else, I'll probably just give that to her, let her put that up. Like the same way I gave her that Sailor Moon or it
Yeah.
glows and everything else
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
I
Love that.
and I gave it to her. I try to buy
Nice.
all them little like anime female stuff. Like
That's so cute.
I want to get a what you call it, Elizabeth Scarlett. I want to get her something from her. Have her put that up there
Mm-hmm.
too. She has
That's
almost every
cute.
Care Bear.
Aww. That's awesome. You're a good dad.
I'm
That's
not.
amazing.
I mean,
Applause.
it's like I tell anybody. She the one woman with money don't matter. Money's no object.
Yeah. No, but that's good. Again, I was a father's girly. My dad loves me, and like we always had like great Christmas times and everything, and he put a lot of work into it to make that work. So totally respect the hustle. Those are
Mm-mm.
core memories you're crafting there. You hope so.
No, listen. When I originally got my hair the way you have yours,
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, she would not leave it alone. I'm like, if you, and I'm just sitting here like, if you was anybody else, you have no idea how
Yeah,
annoyed
fuck
I.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you was anybody else. But I like what I need to do the next time I talk to them though. I need to ask them about which ones are the ones that actually like glow in the dark and stuff. Because the last ones I
Yeah.
had didn't glow in the dark.
Oh no. Yeah, you have to specify with them. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, it was fine. I will like that wasn't like a deal breaker, nothing like that. Because I
Okay.
knew like what colors I wanted, but I know
Oh, okay.
this time I want to make sure
Yeah,
they ask.
you have to. It's so cool. But then your daughter also won't leave you alone, so
It,
because then you glow in the dark, man.
I just want I just want to try. That's all.
Yes, do
I
it, do
don't
it, do it. I
I
love them. Do it.
I want to try that. Then I want to go. I plan to go red and white. I haven't done that
Mm,
yet.
mm.
And then I want to go yellow, yellow and black.
Ooh, yellow and black would look so good. And I'm saying this with a lot of love in my heart because I hate the color yellow. Literally hate anything that is yellow. Hate that.
Really?
But I really love the color yellow and black combination. It's really iconic and super sharp. I don't know. I just really dislike yellow. I think it's an uncreative color. I think it's just so it's yellow. It's no, I don't know. It's like pea is yellow, a banana's yellow. I'm like, fuck that. That's literally not cool. Like, I don't know.
Oh
But then
wow.
I have actually a bunch of friends who really love the color yellow. Like they own everything in yellow, and I tend to contrast these people. Like I connect with these people. I know 4 people that love the color yellow, and I'm like, I don't understand you guys, but it's fine. Okay. I'm more of like a purple, blue, green, more like the blue tinted space of the color spectrum. So I think back in the days, red was my color, but I always hated yellow. I had my hair yellow once just because I wanted to get over the ick.
I'm a
Didn't last long.
I'm gonna be honest. I always felt like red was a trend color.
Yeah, it is an easy color. I don't know. It's also very easy to dye your hair red because of the darker pigments that are in your hair, like chemistry, and therefore red tones are easily achievable. That's when you're bleaching your hair and the bleach is not enough. Your hair turns orange or reddish because it's just a very easy pigment to have. But I don't know, red was also obviously a big goth color. It's always white, black, and red. That's typical goth. That's like when you have to describe goth in like three colors, it's like black, white, red. And you have all the imagery to that. So yeah, my first turn was to red. And I do agree with you. It's like a tramp color. I don't know. It's just like I think the color red itself is so sexual, and so it's also in witchcraft and in spirituality. Red is a very like not only danger but also blood. It's a sign of like erotic or fire. It's just a very passionate color. So yeah, it has kind of like this trampy vibe to it because people tend to sexualize things that are red much more likely.
Hmm.
People have like a bunch of like red Ferraris because they're just more sexy that way. And yeah, it's an easy color. It is more of a tramp color, but that is just because red is a very sexual, sensual type of like color that provokes this feeling in us.
So what would you consider green then?
Green is a prosperous thing. Green is also nature. Green is very prosperous. It's luck. It's monetized. Money is green. Nature is green. Green is a very like attractive color because it also signifies health. Like like um like in video games, most of the times the health items are green. It's just a very hopeful color, actually. I
That's
could go on and on, trust me. I have for every color I have prepared just a sentence like this.
really.
Yeah, because you use it in witchcraft so much when you do like rituals, like cleansing rituals or negativity banishing rituals or like manifesting rituals. You use like a color corresponding to the cause that you're after. So if you're doing like love romance spells, it's pink. If you're doing like sexual or fiery sensual like strict or aggressive things, it's red. If you want to be neutral, you use white. White sophisticates for every other color if you put your intention to the candle. um Black is for protection and for cleansing. um yeah, purple is a very majestic color of myth and of knowledge and wisdom. And blue is also very hopeful, very dreamy, very intense feelings, and just shadow working. Water is blue, like it's reflecting. You're reflecting with yourself, inner workings. So yeah, every color has a meaning to it.
I never actually thought of that like that. Well, I somewhat knew about green and purple and
Yeah.
black, but the rest I actually can honestly say I knew nothing of.
Yeah, you can look it up if you're really interested about it. But yeah, orange and yellow, I don't really have in on the top of my head. But yellow is like sun and like warmth and like coins. They are also gold. Gold is yellowish, so it's also a tool of like manifesting and prosperous things. And I think orange is like success. I think orange is, but I'm not too sure about that because I do tend to use not as much yellow and orange. I do have to admit that.
Yeah.
All the candles that run out fast are the green ones. and, uh, and the purple ones actually, and the white ones because I use them for other things. So instead of using a yellow candle, I rather use a white candle to manifest my things.
Is
That's the way
that
I do it.
is that
It's that serious.
why there's a separation when it comes in between? Like, you can correct me if I'm wrong when I ask this too. Uh, praising the sun and praising the moon.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah. I am unfortunately I am such a sun person. I'm so fascinated by the moon, but I think that is because I am a very sun person. Like I'm born in August, so I am a summer child. I love the summer. I hate the winter. Hate cold winter times. Ugh. I love the summer and the warmth and the heat and the sun and all of that, but I'm actually way more interested in the moon, and I'm always longing for the moon, and I always had a fascination with full moons. And actually that was my first screen name when we had like Japanese names, because of my favorite anime. It's called Full Moon Wuzagashita. It's like a very similar thing to like Sailor Moon, magical girl type of thing.
Yeah.
And the main character is called Mitsuki, and Mitsuki means full moon, and because Tsuki means moon and Mi is like full, so full moon. Um, and my real life name also starts with an M. So it was really similar to that, and I really connected to the story of that, and the love to the full moon and whatever not, and then that was for the longest time my screen name. But Mitsuki is not a. It's a great singer and artist, but other than that, it's not a really great recognizable screen name for the internet. So that's when I came up with Kiwa when Kiwa plays and blah blah blah.
That's actually that the fact that the origin behind your name is really interesting. Because I would
Yeah,
have never thought
no,
of it.
that's why I feel like this interview with you is like super interesting, because literally I told these things nobody, because I feel like nobody's interested in that. But you're asking me that, and I'm like, I'm telling you, this is my life, this is my story, this is where I come from.
No, because it's actually a lot of stuff you're telling me I just generally did not know at all. Like,
Yeah, because I'm
it's
not talking about it. I don't know.
yeah, like the color thing. I actually didn't know that. Like I said, on the part besides of black, purple, and
Yeah,
green,
yeah, yeah.
because I was
No,
actually taught.
if you're connecting with like witchcraft and spirituality, that's just like a given thing. You start to learn about these things.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah, they corresponding to different elements and stuff. Yeah.
so well,
Again, it's not dark magic. It's not like we're hexing people or doing like they always say like, oh, witchcraft is like you piss in a jar and you put
the hell?
feces and you're what you're like digging them behind their garden or whatever not, or you go to the cemetery and get graveyard dirt and those things are real, but I'm not doing those. Those are powers and magics and things you really don't want to surround yourself with.
Okay, so let me ask this since you brought up the word. What element do you feel like you connect with the most then? If you
Fire.
could answer that.
Fire. It's fire. I'm a fire sign. So I am passionate. I burn for the things I love. Um, Fire always was super fascinating to me. I hate water. Obviously, I drowned 3 times. Um, so fire. It is fire. Leo is a fire sign. I was born in summer. I love the heat. I connect with candle magic. I do a bunch of candle magic because I connect with fire more than with water or air. Um, yeah, it's fire. And I don't need to think about that. It is fire. I know that. Do like a bunch of fire skyring. That's like a ritual thing in witchcraft where you are reading the flames. And that sounds super lunatic, but I actually can communicate with the flames. Like by the way they are flickering or like how the fire is like wobbling, it is communicating to you. If you get in like a little hypnotic type of like state, watch the flames tingle, totally like can read that. If I ask things into the universe the flames can tell me by the way they're moving.
Wow.
Wow.
I did not know that. I
Yeah, it's just like connecting. Spirituality is always there. It's around us. It's everybody has it. It's just like a force that you cannot really see. And I'm not that type of girly that goes like, oh, spirituality can heal cancer or whatever. Not, no, go see a doctor. It's there is no magic in this fucking world that will take that away from you. Like body and biology and stuff is a totally different topic. But spirituality is a mindset. It's around you. It's like the thought of like also it cannot heal depression because I keep hearing things like that. Oh, spirituality can heal your mental illnesses. No, it cannot. Go see a doctor. Your brain chemistry is wired differently and you need to seek medical attention for those. But it is a way of religion. So don't go into the extreme because same with Christianity and other religions, they are all fine belief systems as long as you're not enforcing them into an extreme where you hurt other people or yourself with it. So I see spirituality a lot of like mind working in a time where I was super depressed and didn't know what to do with my life and where to go. There was this thing called witchcraft telling me I could manifest my dreams and it was not a pyramid scheme that told me to invest a lot of money into like a business or whatever not. It was just like, hey, light this candle, think about your feelings, reflect on that, and then move on. And I'm like, right on, I can do that. And it was just a very meditative type of like situation to heal my soul and the issues that I had and the manipulation I went through because of my abusive ex-boyfriend who pressed me into a mold that I was not, that's not me. Like he wanted me to be desperately this person that he needs in his life, and I have to change my ways and the way I behave and the way I dress and the way I represent to be his perfect little girlfriend. And after like 6 years or whatever, it really like grows on you, and because of this constant mental abuse, you start to like give in and lose yourself. And then I woke up and I was super depressed and I didn't know what to do with my life or what I wanted from life, or is this the real me? Am I still myself? I didn't feel like myself. So then when I started my spiritual journey and healing my soul and adventuring into my inner beings, who am I? What do I want from life? How do I want to represent? What is a part of me and what is something that I need to let go? Um I started to love myself again because I always loved myself. I'm a person that embraces like all body positivity, everything. Again, I'm just a fluff of positivity. I what can I say? I know it's hypocritical to say things like that because I am critical and aggressive towards things that I like hardly disagree with.
yeah.
But other than that, I'm all for like do your shit, live your life, be happy, be free, whatever makes you happy. So like I love when I'm skinny, but I love also when I'm like thick and when I have like a little more jiggle and like I'm not working out and I'm lazy and I'm playing games and I'm eating chips. So like of course things are growing with me, but it's just a part of me. In later points in my life, I will be slim again. If I really, really wanted to, I can put the work in and achieve that because I dictate what I am doing with my life and nobody else's. So I always was a very like self-loving kind of person, but after my ex-boyfriend, I totally lost that. And when I started my new relationship, which is the most happiest I've ever been, I'm just being with a person that totally understands my being, my soul, my everything, and reflects so much from me as well. I started my spiritual journey really like closely and healed the wounds in my soul. There's a tool in witchcraft is called shadow work, and it doesn't need to be witchcraft, but people are self-reflecting by themselves by writing into journals or whatever to reflect, hey, a situation made me feel like this. Why did it make me feel like this? Is it because something that happened in my past? Is it because I have an issue with this person, or is it because I got hurt and I need to like understand why and then go from there and self reflect yourself till you find the solution or the root of it. My biggest ick is when I'm asking people, hey, why are you sad, or why are you this, or why are you that, and they say, I don't know. Like, I get it, when you're first starting to have the feeling, you don't know, and you need to reflect and understand why that is or why you feel the way you do. But when you're in a conversation about, you feel miserable, you feel sad, or you feel angry, or you feel hopeless, or whatever not, and I ask you, why is that? And the only thing you have to say is, I don't know, and you're not digging deeper to understand why you feel this way. I don't know. It's a hopeless case. Like, the only person that will understand why you react to something is you. Like, an outsider cannot understand why you are reacting or feeling the way you do. You need to self reflect on that. In witchcraft, this tool, shadow working, reflecting onto yourself, was so helpful to heal my soul. And I think for the past year, I think in October last year, I turned to my boyfriend and was like, wow, like today is the first day I really feel like myself. Like, I feel like I totally forgot what happened in those 6 years, and I'm finally back to where I started before getting into this abusive relationship. Like, now I really feel like myself again. It just feels so liberating and good to be back and be in full force. And for you, for people like you to acknowledge that and to understand and see my journey and my growth. It's really nice.
Let me ask you that, like, based on everything you just told me, though, I can, I think I can safely say that I feel like you and several others who are witches are disliked because you're misunderstood, and
Yeah,
your
totally.
practices are misunderstood,
Totally.
and questions are not asked to you.
No. It's just assumptions. It's just like, oh, what witchcraft? Like, no, that's devil's work. That's, oh, that's this, that's that. Like, and if they have the intellect of that, then I don't care. Like, again, I'm not here to make money or to turn people around to make them think like I think. Like, no, I'm here for the people who get it, people who connect with me, people who understand what I feel like. And I do self-reflect about, maybe sometimes this is like, um this is very comfortable to be in a bubble of yes saying people that are all sharing my interest. But then again, it's my life. I want that. I want a wholesome, cutesy life where everything is cuddly and we love each other and like each other and help each other and adore each other and support each other. I don't want conflict or beef or fights or, no, I think differently and I need to tell you the opposite. I'm like, no, you don't want this, leave. I really just love what I do, and if you don't, then that's fine. You don't have to be here. I'm not paying you to stay here or listen to me talk or whatever.
Yeah, but like this is just a personal bias, mind you, when I say
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I just find it hypocritical
Mm-hmm.
because again, we're we're okaying everything else,
Mm-hmm.
and worse things, no questions asked, anything else. But
Yeah.
you can't find 5 seconds to sit there and ask, okay, you meaning you in general, you as a witch.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Nobody wants to come up to you and ask you, okay, why are you? What does
Yeah.
this mean? Why does
No.
this exist?
No.
And open that
Rarely
conversation.
people rarely people ask me this, and if people ask me this, they want to become my apprentice, where I'm always very flattered and I'm like, I'm still also on my journey. I cannot really like be your master or whatever. I'm also in the continuous cycle of learning. But yeah, I like to share my knowledge. I'm not gatekeeping or anything. I actually got like a bunch of my friends to do tarot readings for themselves, and they're really happy with the results and how they are connecting with their spirituality. And people I do like, people who do ask questions, they get knowledge from me. And if, like you say, if they don't even have like 5 minutes, if they're really interested, if they really want to know and get educated and ask me, I would tell them. But nobody's asking me, so
Yeah, and that's why I say it's a personal bias because I see it, but I can't speak on that because
yeah.
I'm one, not a witch. Two, I really know nothing about it. So it's
I mean,
like,
you could become a witch if you really wanted to. It's not like a gatekeep. Like sometimes people ask, like, "Oh, do your parents need to be witches, or is it like Harry Potter?" Like, no. It's like we all have our spirit. It's like fitness, you know. It's like training your muscle.
yeah,
It's like not everybody is like a bodybuilder, but they can become one. And if you want to become a witch and endorse your spirituality and adventure into that, you can. Still, never too old for that. Now I'm sounding like a cult leader. I'm like, welcome to the cult. You can be a witch as well. No, but you know what I mean. Like, if you're really interested in a topic, go learn. There's a bunch of things on the internet.
I just I like, how can I say this? I like asking the questions because I know
Ask me.
like y'all don't get asked.
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's why I really like the way you're doing your interviews here. It's super cool.
Like
Never got to tell that much of my life, and ever anywhere.
it, it just amazes me that like you said, it's like so much hate,
Yeah,
and most of the time, like I said,
you
it's
could
all
learn from each other.
it's all misunderstood.
Yeah,
It
it's like
just
they see you. It's again. It's like racism as well. It's xenophobia. It's like, oh, what I don't know, I have to criticize. I have to. I don't understand it. They need to leave. Like, what? Can we not just celebrate from each other and learn from each other and share each other's experiences and whatever not? I would never think of minimizing anybody's life more. Like, I'm not running around calling other people NPCs or anything. Like, everybody has a life that is worth living. Like, who am I to tell Jessica that her mom doesn't matter? Or, like, like, obviously it's mattering to them. They don't matter to me, but it's mattering to them. So we should just love each other and not hate each other.
in a, you know what, Kiwa, in a perfect world that would work.
Yes.
In a perfect world.
And I want to live to see that. Aliens, get me home. Get me to where I am from, where everybody's just like wanting the best for each other.
Just build a Gundam. You'll make a
Yeah.
dent.
Are you good with machines? Can you build me something? Pretty please.
You like animes.
I love anime.
You love anime,
I'm
but
more of an old school bitch though. So I like more of the old school stuff. So 90s anime, like
Ghost in the Shell.
Berserk, Cowboy, yeah, Ghost in the Shell, Berserk, Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain.
Okay, so you like me. You seen Outlaw Stadium?
No, but wasn't that the cowboy thing?
Uh-uh. No, Cowboy Bebop and
No?
Outlaw Star two different things.
No, no, not Cowboy Bebop, but there was like a Star Patrol old anime where they were like cowboys in space.
No, no,
Is
no.
that not it?
No,
Okay, no,
that's
then
not
I
it.
don't know.
Outlaw Star is totally
Akira,
different.
I watched Akira. Love that.
Okay.
Ghost in the Shell, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Mechas, Gundam. Love that.
Sailor Moon, of course.
Obviously, Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Digimon, all of that. One Piece. Didn't really get that much into Naruto, I have to say. Cool story. Didn't really get that much into it.
See, I haven't sat and watched One Piece. I just
One Piece is so cool. I always loved pirates, and it's just super cool.
and see,
Pirate story.
and I'm fine with the pirate thing, but I just
It's
hate
going on forever.
I just hate this concept of where it's just like I have to wait till about 200 or 300 episodes in before it gets good.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
it's
like,
character building. It's like Game of Thrones, you know. Also didn't get Game of Thrones, and then everybody was like, "Oh, Game of Thrones, the character building is so nice." I watched like 3 episodes. They're like 1 hour each. So I watched 3 hours of content, and I still hate every single character. And then my ex was like, "No, it's gonna get good. I swear. You just have to push through season 1." I'm like, "How long is season 1?" I think it was like 12 episodes. I'm like, I'm watching like 10 hours of content in this and what? And then after season 1, I really got into it. I'm like, okay, shit, he was right. Like, I just had to force myself through season 1 and understand the complex fucking world this guy's building with those characters. And then I get into it. And One Piece is very similar. Like, there need to be 300 episodes so you understand what they're all about, what their values are, what their different, like, occupations and why they are the people they are, and then like you totally feel for them when they get hurt. You're like, no, you're the guy that was bullied as a child. No, you're the guy who lost his dad. No.
wow.
But yeah, it
I'm
just needs build up for that. So
okay. No, that's cool. But I've been watching that new show Shogun too. That was alright.
mm,
It's good.
that's a thing on Disney Plus,
Nah, Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yes. Disparity put me onto that show. Like I don't have Netflix, so I was watching it with him. It's
Nice.
only 10 episodes, I want to say, for the first season. It's only one season out right now. They just had the season finale. I still gotta watch that
Cool.
one, but it's actually
Nice.
good.
Nice.
I still need another new. I haven't found another anime to watch that has kept my attention though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel the same. I really had a hard time to get into something. I do enjoyed Marshall, but just because of the opening that was going viral on TikTok. Marshall is like One Punch Man, if you know that, but with like Hogwarts, Harry Potter characters. Actually,
Really?
kind of crazy. Yeah, I actually started to get into it, but it's not very relatable to. It's like a slice of life kind of thing. It's like not much thought into it, kind of mindless entertainment and enjoyment,
Yeah.
but nothing too deep or where you get super connected to the story or anything. I also long for an anime that gives me that back. The last anime that got me that much into it was Kill la Kill from
Oh.
Trigger.
Oh wow.
Really loved that one. It was like the last anime that really caught my attention, and then everybody pushed Attack on Titan onto me, and I didn't really get to watch that up until like a couple of months ago. I watched the first season a little bit. Actually, a good show. Actually, probably will continue watching this, but also doesn't really catch me like I'm super feeling for these characters, or the story is also interesting but not like my cup of tea. Like it's just okay.
Check out Triple X Holic.
Oh, I love that one. That's an old school one though. Did
Yeah.
they make a new one?
Nah.
No, okay. Yeah, no, I know that one.
I
Eclipsaholic is
I
super
don't
cool.
think Triple X Holic would work into today's society.
No, 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 it would not.
I'm gonna be
That's why I
honest.
was wondering because they did like make a new thing of Cardcaptor Sakura, which is from the same mangaka.
Ooh, shit.
But yeah,
I did not know that. Kiwa,
yeah,
let all these people know how they can
I let
find
them
you.
know. They can find me everywhere. If you just type in KiwaPlay, wah, 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 KiwaPlay. If you type in KiwaPlay, you will find my Instagram, you will find my coffee page, you will find my TikTok page, maybe, probably, I don't know. Um, I'm mostly um, I'm mostly active on Instagram, So if you like to watch stories of a crazy girl in Austria, that's me. And if you want to see more like cool outfit posts, videos I edited, there's a whole backlog thing on my coffee page. If you want to have a glimpse for free, you can go over there. I do post blog posts and also like to include pictures and videos into those as well. So yeah, that's it. That's where you can find me. And sometimes I stream on Twitch, but you will find that out through Instagram or through the coffee page. So that's me.
She does a lot of things, y'all.
I do a lot of things.
I need to personally thank you because you are one of the few people I've been trying.
I thank you. No,
For.
what do you mean trying? You never asked me. I'll expose you. You never asked me.
I
You
have.
you said when are you gracing me with your appearance on the show, and I was like, ask me. Let's do it. I'm here. We can do it. And now we did it. You can ask me anything ever. Really, much love for you. Really love what you do. Thank you for having me on here and talk so freely about shit in my life that I never got to tell anybody. And yeah, just really enjoyed my time on here. So if you ever need another guest, call me.
I'm gonna get one of these days. I gotta get you and Luna on here at the same time one day.
Oh, that would be sick. That would be super cool. You
I
should work on that.
I,
Still work on that.
matter of fact, since you said it, I'm gonna message Luna today. Because
Nice.
I already
Let's
know
do it.
it'll be a yeah. I'm not even
I
worried.
love that. I would love that. Yes.
Yeah, y'all too. Just y'all gonna be the death of me. Like dead serious. Cause I got you, got Luna. I gotta get Nico Mimi Kira in one. It's just she hard to catch though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, probably.
I got Della on here.
Oh.
Oh no, I got Della already. I did one with Della already.
Oh, you already got him?
I did Della like a year ago. Yeah.
You need to do a new one with him.
The dude, he probably would do it. He'll do it. I know he'll do it.
I know he do it.
He'll do it. I get Della again. I can do that. I can do another one, Della.
Yeah, I love that. Do that. I would love to be on here again with Luna and or Mimi or and or Della or and or whatever you're coming up with. I want to be part of it. It's cool.
That's I appreciate that. Like because I try like and that's why I told you like I try to showcase people that ain't always just like out there who especially when I personally feel like they should be.
Yeah.
And
that's so cool.
I'm just gonna say it's a fucking crime that you're not as big as you should be.
Aw, you're so sweet.
That's
I know. No, but I know. No, I do put in a lot of work, and again, I'm a very prideful person, and since media is my day job as well, I just really love having interactive little gadgets and cool interactive features, and yeah, I do put a lot of work into it, but yeah, I'm not putting a lot of work into marketing and doing like all of that shtick. So again, I cannot be envious of a success that I didn't work on. So I have a high quality, and everybody who's here to see it can see it, and everybody who doesn't get to see me, well, that sucks for you. cannot cannot really do anything against that. Either you find me or you don't. Did I hurt you?
Woo, nah. I'm just flabbergasted of anything. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah.
Dead serious. Y'all,
You're so sweet.
we gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all. Outright.
Thank you.
100% for coming by. That's KiwaPlay, y'all. I'm Dark Riddler. Till next time, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.
Bye bye.